So welcome back to the workshop. Hope that you are all keeping well. Obviously in the previous episode you see all the frets going. It's now time to start shaping the neck, and for me it's quite a long process. I tend to be very painstaking about getting the correct profile on the neck, as of course we all should be. So let me show you how I do it and hope you enjoyed the video. So I'm going to start shaping the neck now. So the way I do this, obviously the neck's been left square up until this point. I start by removing all of the excess wastewood either side of the fretboard. Then I'll flip it over and take the neck down to the kind of thickness that I want in a couple of areas as a kind of a guide. And then once I've got those sort of parameters sorted out, I'll then start carving curved profile of the neck. So that's what you're going to be seeing me do for the foreseeable future. So I've taken these three sections down to about 22.5mm, which means now that when I'm removing the bulk of the wastewood, I've got these points as reference, something to aim at. Right, so let's try the spoke shape first. Okay, so that wants to go that way. Now I don't know if you can see, once you start using an edge tool on this maple, how lovely the grain is. So I'm really pleased that I elected to use this. So I've got the neck down to what's almost the finished depth, 22mm. It will end up at 21mm by the time I've carved it. But before I carve the profile on the neck, I'm going to work on this area here where the neck blends into the head. Now if you know my work, if you've seen my mandolins, I do this kind of triangular shaped volute on the back of the head there to reinforce it. It doesn't really work on the base because the base, the head, is actually 3.5mm thicker due to the columns on the tuners. So a kind of volute doesn't really work, but there's enough material there not to really worry about the strength of it. So all I'm going to do now is just blend that so we get a lovely smooth transition from the head into the neck there. And as far as this area, this kind of heel area is concerned, I'm going to kind of go with the flow as I'm carving and shaping the neck. Yeah, so just a little bit of shaping there. And using this sort of Japanese carving chisel, carving rasp, or file even. Okay, so I'm ready to start doing the profile on the neck. This is something I can't do with one of my flat top mandolins. Clamp it to the bench and work on the neck sticking out like that. So yeah, so I'm going to start carving it, probably using a combination of the spoke shaves and the rasp, and using templates to check the contour. Word of warning, these Shinto rasps are absolutely fantastic for shaping the neck, but they do take their toll on your fingers when you're gripping the end. So yeah, I'm not trying to emulate Tony Iommi or Dango Reinhardt here. What I'm just trying to do is protect my fingers from the abuse I gave them yesterday. So yeah, beware when you're using a Shinto rasp. So yeah, I'm going to start with the spoke shave first, see how we get on. So that's all blending in nicely now. So with the bulk of the material removed, I'm just really trying to ensure that the neck is perfectly symmetrical. And what I like to do is put something like a cabinet scraper onto the back of the neck, and then you can see the shadow that it casts, and you can see whether or not the curve of the neck is symmetrical. And looking at this, I think I've got to remove a little bit off of this area here to get that symmetry. And again, I'll just gently do it because it's not a lot. Just with the cabinet scraper. And then obviously go back and check it to make sure that I'm getting it right, and yeah, I think I am. So the neck is almost there, but what I'm doing now is just painstakingly going over the neck with various tools to check, and I just want to mark on any high points. And normally those high points, when you look at the wood itself, is where there's a kind of a change in direction of grain, that kind of thing. So yeah, I can see that I need to take some off here. So I'm just going to mark it in with a soft pencil, and gradually work my way all the way around. Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot, but you know, you want it to be perfect, don't you? And only one way to get it perfect is to keep going until it is perfect. I mean, what I'm marking on here will really probably just be taken off with fine abrasive paper. There's no real kind of amount as such. I won't be using a rasp or anything. But yeah, to try to get the whole thing nice and symmetrical all the way down and straight. Over the years, I've become much quicker at most things, but carving a neck is still something that I seem to spend an inordinate amount of time on. But of course, it's the interface, if you like, between the player and the instrument, and it really has got to be spot on. So yeah, those are the kind of marks I need on there, highlighted where I need to take it off, and I say that's just going to be sanded. Cool, right, okay. So that really now is the neck pretty much finished. Obviously I'll have a final sand before I apply some kind of finish to it, but yeah, that's as much as I really can do to the neck at this stage. So I think the next job for me is to have a bit of a tidy up, have a hoover, and then I can start working on the contouring of the body. I mean, I'm really pleased with the kind of the size of the base, the way it sits there, but I do know that what I've got to do is some kind of chamfer on the body here and gently round the edges off. So yeah, but that will be in the next video. Yeah, so until then, try to keep yourself dust free, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Cheers.